So Madrid got a hard-fought win against Sevilla. It was really a dull game. It really didn't have anything in it, but I mean, I don't know. They were giving me some type of essence of an Atletico Madrid, but I mean, Sevilla also, they didn't really have any clear chances as well. And it was just a dull game overall, Both sides were trying to get the win, They were both going forward and everything. I think probably you could say Madrid had more chances than Sevilla, even though maybe Sevilla probably had more possession. I'm not too sure on the stats because I didn't look them up, but I did see the game, and it was a hard-fought win. Madrid really didn't have that many chances to begin with. They probably did. Like I said, they had probably more chances, but they didn't have all the possession. But what they did have was the presence of Sergio Ramos, who was really a determinating factor in them not conceding, because he was a better presence in the defense than they had before with they had in Champions League against PSG, where they had Militao and Varane, who are good defenders, but they're not up to par. And against a PSG team, they just tore them apart. And maybe if Sergio Ramos was in there, maybe it would have been a little bit better of a result. They still would have lost, but maybe it would have been a lot harder for PSG to score. But maybe it could have even been worse. Who knows? He might have went crazy and would have fouled them. But like I said, it was a dull game. Even though, like I said, Sevilla did have more possession, they really attacked along that right side, because the left back, I don't know who their left back was, their left back, who was defending Ocampo, or what's his name? Ocampo from Sevilla, but the other player from Sevilla, Jesus Navas, they were attacking a lot through that flank, and they really never got a good centers in towards their players, so they weren't really that clinical. And they have De Jong and they have Chicharito, but those guys are kind of past their peaks and stuff, so they're not really as clinical like they had Ben Yedder, who was a better forward in my opinion. So maybe that has come into factor. But to me, it's kind of surprising that Hazard hasn't really come into the mix. I know he didn't start the game, but I don't know, he looked off. He looked like he didn't have the confidence. He doesn't look like he had what he had before in Chelsea, where he could just take on 2-3 players and create something, But ultimately Madrid got the goal. They got it off a counter, they usually do. This is what they play. They played it to the counter, and they played it to great effect with Carvajal going all the way through on a ball, and it was just a 3-on-3, I think, and Carvajal just puts the ball in the middle. And the Sevilla defender also, it was weird to me, because instead of trying to head the ball or try to at least push Benzema to make it more uncomfortable for him to get a good header on the ball, he was trying to do some type of chilena, scissor kick or something in the air. And I don't know, I thought that was just stupid defending in my opinion. But the goalie from Sevilla, he does look like a bright prospect. I don't know how old that guy is, but he was pretty clinical, because Madrid did have a few chances, but he did really take them out. He was keeping it 0-0 until that chance from Benzema. And Benzema has been kind of underrated. He is the top scorer in La Liga right now, and he was doing good even last season as well. He did score 21 goals, the same as Cristiano Ronaldo in the Italian league. And most people don't rate him as much. I'm not going to say he's a top player, but he's a good player, because not that many forwards nowadays, they don't get you 20-plus goals a season. This guy's been doing it for years now, and he's still looking good, because right here they got the win. Bale played pretty good also in this game. And I know there's a lot of commotion about him in that little instance that he had with the Champions League photo or whatever. But ultimately, they got the win. Zidane still gets to keep his job. We'll see what happens later on in the future. But, if he can just pull out these Atletico Madrid type of performances, he's going to be keeping his job for sure. And, we'll just see if, the players also want him to stay there as well. It seems to me they bought into his plan. Most of the players that he did bring are players that he wanted, but it doesn't seem like it's all panning out. There is problems in the interior and the dressing room and things like that, but maybe he can't solve it. I don't know. I never really rated him as a manager, but I don't know. A lot of people do. But we'll see what happens in the future. And this is just all I got to say on this video. Here's my social medias. Follow me there if you want. Like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll keep y'all posted on many different other videos or video topics in the future. Peace out.